All right, so I'm not gonna give you I'm not gonna waste your time. I'm not gonna give you my life stories, what I did, what I went through, the noise. Man, forget all these YouTube videos that explain, you know, what they went through in their life when they bought their car, the wife having the problems. Man, forget that. Let's get right to it. 2003 4.6 Ford Expedition, um, two-wheel drive. I was having valve train noise, knocking on the top end of the engine and the bottom end of the engine. I read through many message boards that it was more than likely the intake system, whether it being a collapsed lifter adjuster or that the bearings were going bad on the rocker. So I'm not going to waste your time. Every single rocker does not have any play up or down. None. I'm not gonna waste your time on that and explaining what it has to do. All right. So anyway, and I did not record what cylinder or which rocker was going bad, but I'll show you the issues that I had. This one is fine. This one has scoring. This one here, it's got a little bit of wear where it basically did not rotate on the camshaft. You can see it barely right there. All right, just a little bit, not bad. Next one, you can see right there, everything is going to the center. There's a pit right there. Right there's a pit. A little bit of scoring. Something was riding along on the roller. This one's got a little pit as well. There's one right there. There's some wear right there that rolled on the camshaft just a little bit. A little bit of wear right there that rolled on the camshaft a little bit. You can see it. Or shall I say, it grinded on the camshaft, not rolled. This one, something happened there. You can see it. And right there too, on the right side. A little bit off to the left of the center. Now, the knocking, ticking, clacking on the upper end. I think this gotta be the one. You could tell this was grinding against the camshaft, because of all that wear right there, there. So this was obviously a problem. All right. Now, all the followers were fine. They did not have any issues with any single one of them. Where people say, grab them, plunge on them. If they sink or plunge, there's a problem with them. All of them were firm. I don't know what the heck was going on. Right now, what I did to take them off was our issue. I ended up buying that tool right there, so I could be able to get off, depress the valve to make clearance to get this to slide out. Okay, well, that tool works if you have this type of cylinder head. All right, these forks go under here. You screw them down and the push down on the valve, which gives you clearance to push the rocker off to the side and pull it out. All right, same thing here. Push the forks under, start to twist the tool, and it depresses that way on the valve, which gives you room it depresses like this, and it gives you room to slide it out and pull it out. All right. But my 2003 did not have that style of camshaft caps. Mine had these girdles. So when I put the tool in, these girdles right here will not allow the tool to fully engage to push down on the rocker, to push down against the valve and slide it out. This was just a major issue. So what I did was I got this tool. It's a pry tool from AutoZone. I put it under. You can see the valve right there, where it went against the rocker. I'm sorry, the lifter. So I would get my tool, put it under, lift it this way, at the same time with my other hand, get the screwdriver, push it, and the rocker would slip off, and I was able to take it out. To put, now what I did was, when that happened, I would yank out, with the pliers or with my hands, depending on what it was, how much resistor was. I'll take this out, put the new one in with my right hand. I would guide this onto the lifter, the valve, slide it over, and it would sit like this. It wouldn't fully engage. Too much pressure because of the camshaft. It would sit like this. All right. So with the screwdriver, what I would do is, say the lifter was like this, right? When I would put the rocker, but under here, under the girdles, all right, it would sit like this. So guiding with my right pinky, my right hand, my right finger, make sure it would go onto the valve stem, and it would sit like this. I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry for wasting your time, but I want to help you guys. It will sit like that. So with the flathead, a big flathead, something along like this, I'll put it under the girdle, but just behind this area, and forcefully with my pinky against the back of the rocker here, just to hold it in place over the valve stem. I would pry like this, and it'll snap on. And there's a lot of videos showing that on YouTube, but those videos show when the cylinder head is off the engine. You can do this with this cylinder head on the engine. It's a pain in the ass, but you could do it. Look at all the scratches. You can do it. I did it. Look at the scratches there. You can replace the rockers, or followers as they say, and the lifters, while the cylinder head, this kind, is in the 2003 Expedition 4.6. Now, on the passenger side, you're gonna have a lot of wires, like a 1.5 inch corrugated tubing, plastic, that's holding the wiring to the ECM that comes up, and there's 3 plugs, 1, 2, 3. I got a bungee cord and I grabbed them and I put them up and over I stretched them over the hood hinge, and I strapped it onto the fender. I don't care about my paint job. 2003, I don't care. I'm in California, it doesn't rain much, doesn't rust. Anyway, I held them out of the way. So when I put the valve cover on, I used a long extension and I pushed against the wiring harness to be able to allow the valve covers to sit without pushing the gasket off from the channel of the valve cover. So I was able to do that. All right. When I got done, miraculously, my low fuel trims went from above 35 to 9, 8, 10. The low fuel trims. My check engine light is not coming on anymore. I'm assuming that because one of these was failing, it was not holding too much pressure. It held the valve open for too much long. It was allowing extra oxygen to go into the cylinder, which my O2 sensor was reading too much oxygen and was giving me a bad fuel trim. That's what I think has happened. So if you hear knocking on the top end valve cover or through the tire well, you may have a floating valve due to a collapsed lifter lash adjuster. These are not supposed to collapse, but let me tell you, like how I said, this follower adjuster that Ford calls, which I'm a Chevy guy, it's just a lifter. It's stupid. Damn, focus. Hold on. I think my phone's taking a crap. There we go. I think that wear right there was because the valve was not closing all the way because it was floating and allowing extra air into the intake, causing a lean mixture. Because one of these was not pressurized, it was failing. I don't know which one. They were all hard to compress when I got them out. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was informational for you. If you have questions, drop a message. When I read it, I'll get to you. I'm a busy man, career man. I work, 6 p.m., 7 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. After that, I'm tired. I come home. I usually work on Sundays, Saturdays in my garage. Let me know. Who knows? When I get the message, I'll respond to you, all right? All right. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. All right. Have a good night. Bye.